Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I have my fifth layout using the Scrap Stash kit for September called Mr. Fox. Um, the Scrap Stash kit is a concept where you get inspiration once a month and you take that inspiration and you make your own kit from your stash. And there's a Facebook group and a blog and everything that you can share your layouts on. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. This is my first one. And I will include a link in this video if you want to check it out. Okay, so this one is about my girls. We went to Ashley Furniture to buy Layla, my littler one. She needed a bed. She had moved on from her crib and she was ready for a twin-size bed. So we went to Ashley Furniture to get one for her. And while we were walking around, they found these chairs, and Kaylin, my older one, immediately said, "Mom, look, Duck Dynasty chairs." And they went and sat in them. So I snapped a picture. It was really cute. So I'm doing a little bit of layering here. I have 2 pieces of paper just from my scraps. I don't know the manufacturers because they were just scraps. So I don't have any manufacturers on those. But I used the orange and then a little bit of blue, and then the Birds on a Wire transparency is from Hambly, which is so old, and they're not around anymore, and I miss Hambly. But those things were awesome, and so I used that strip there. That was the last strip of those Birds on a Wire transparency that I had, and I thought it tied in nicely with the theme. And I'm going to use that pink doily there just to add a little bit of girly flair, and I have those circles there on the right-hand side. You know, I have the chevron circle with an ampersand in the middle, so I wanted to have another circular element to kind of help balance that out. So that's what the doily does there. And I have that piece of blue ribbon that I'm gonna layer when I start sticking stuff down. I'm gonna have it running behind the picture. Okay, so this title, this takes me a while. I struggle with this title so badly. I want to use those letter stickers. Like, it's not, for some reason in my mind, it was not negotiable. I have to use these letters on this page. I don't know why. I just had it in my head and I was being so stubborn about it. Like, I wouldn't even consider any other letter. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say because, as you can see, I'm running low, and I just wasn't sure exactly what I wanted my title to say. At first, I think I was wanting to say Sitting Ducks, I think is what I wanted to say, but I didn't have enough S's. And obviously that font, you can't manipulate that. There's nothing I could use, you know, to try to make another S anyway because they're so blocky. So I was just really trying to figure out what in the world I was going to be able to spell using the rest of these letters. And it takes me a little bit of time to be okay with duck sitting because I was like, it's not exactly what I wanted it to be, but it works. You know, it's pretty much the same as, you know, sitting ducks. It's just backwards and, you know, one less S, which I didn't have anyway. So I think about it. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to leave it on the wax paper and just kind of let it stew a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get these birds down and just start kind of building my layers here. Because I like the way everything looks, and I wanted to get it down before everything starts sliding around. And I'm using my ATG on that ribbon just to get it stuck, and then when I get everything else layered on top of it, I'm going to use my tiny attacher and right there and do a couple staples on each side just to keep it flat. Kaylin is really funny about Duck Dynasty because I watch the show, and a lot of times, you know, she doesn't sit and watch actively with me, but if it's on, she'll like look at it and she thinks they're funny. And so if there's anything like camo, she just automatically associates it with Duck Dynasty. It's so funny. She has a Hello Kitty dress that has, you know, the Hello Kitty on the top, and then the bottom part is all camo, and she calls it her Hello Kitty Duck Dynasty dress. It's so funny. So I put a sticker behind the picture there that says trend, and that helps bring out a little bit of the pink from the doily as well. And I used my last cork arrow. I love those corks. Oh my gosh. So I used my last arrow, and then I used 3 of those chevron arrows to kind of help draw your eye towards the picture there. I'm going to use a couple of these brads in green, and that kind of helps bring out the green in the picture from the chairs. And I'm looking on this sheet to see if there's anything else I can kind of bring in. I definitely want to bring in a little bit more pink, since I only have, 2 little things of pink there, and they're kind of random. So I'm going to try to bring out a little bit more pink throughout the layout a little bit as well. Okay, so I stewed and I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and put the title down. It's a tiny bit crooked. I'm probably going to go back and just get some of the letters up a little bit farther, the sitting part. But I mean, it's not a huge deal right now. Minor detail there. So I'm just kind of looking to see what I had pulled originally when I thought about making this page. So I just wanted to see what I could bring in. And I'm going to bring in some more pink here. I use that little hand-drawn arrow. This is a little squiggly, just little squiggles, almost like a doodle. So I'm going to put that on top, and then this little, it's a white heart with like a hot pink outline. So I'm going to put that next to that ampersand there. I'm trying to figure out where I want my brads to go. I'm going to go ahead and put them one on either side. I have to make the holes pretty big because the brackets on the back of those are pretty thick. So I'm going to get those closed. And I'm going to use some washi tape on the back. I always put washi tape on the back of my brads because that way when I put the page into my album, it won't snag on the page protectors or the whatever pages are behind it in my album. So I'm using a couple of these little yellow stars, and that helps bring out the yellow that I have going on with the ampersand. And I'm just going to kind of layer them. I layered one, those rub-ons were craft stars, so I layered one over the, layered them over the yellow stars. Oh my gosh, talk, Sarah. I can't get my thoughts out right now. Enamel dots. I used up the rest of those pink enamel dots, which ties in with the light pink as well. So I used up that package there. See, what else do I do? Oh, I'm using my ruler because I'm gonna do some journaling. And this is where I really realized that the title is crooked, but I'm trying to make the journaling lines as straight as possible. So this is where I'm gonna do my journaling. Basically talking exactly what how I described the picture before, how they spotted them and spotted those chairs, and Kaylin screamed Duck Dynasty chairs and got all excited. So it was very cute. Pretty sure I'm watching Criminal Minds here too, so I'm stopping every so often because it's getting intense. So always at those intense spots I have to stop and, see what's going on. And I'm taking one last look, and I'm happy with it. I probably will go back and just straighten up the title a little bit, but it's okay. And that's going to complete my layout. Here's some close-ups for you, and if you want to check out more about the Scrap Stash Kit concept, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video. Thanks, I'll see you real soon. Bye.